Hi, Mini Tigers. It's Mrs. B. And this lesson is going to focus on a term called self-esteem. We're going to learn about it, what it is, and what we can do to encourage it and grow more of it. All right, let's do this. What is self-esteem? Here's how we're going to define self-esteem. Confidence in one's worth or abilities. Self-respect. So I want to break this down a little bit. So confidence is a belief that you believe this to be true. So confidence, so like if I go to turn off the switch for the light, I have confidence that when I push it down, the light will go off. So confidence or belief in one's, meaning myself, confidence in one's worth, that's value. So belief in my value or my abilities. And I see this other term here, self-respect. Respect. I'm so glad that word is there because the character trait of the month of October is respect. So as we think about learning in October how to respect others, the truth of the matter is it starts with self-respect. It starts with us learning how to respect ourselves. So let's understand more about that. The definition of respect is seeing good in people and things and treating them with care. So to respect others, we see the good in people, we see good in others, and their things, and then we treat them with care. So to have self-respect or self-esteem is to see the good in myself and my things and to treat myself with care. So self-respect and self-esteem are linked. Self-esteem is self-respect. So that's actually great that we're learning about self-respect and self-esteem in October during the month that we focus on respect. What does self-esteem look like? Well, we're going to go over a couple of features, all right? So self-esteem, when you have self-esteem, you feel proud of your skills and accomplishments. You believe that you have good qualities. You believe that about yourself. You believe you have good qualities. You keep trying even when faced with a hard task or when learning something new. So even when something's hard, you just keep at it. You keep trying even when faced with a hard task. You accept others even when they make mistakes. So even just like you deserve a lot of grace and acceptance when you make a mistake, you give the same back. You accept others even when they make mistakes. So let's review. Self-esteem, to have self-esteem is to feel proud of your skills and accomplishments. You believe that you have good qualities. You keep trying even when faced with a hard task or when learning something new. And 4, you accept others even when they make mistakes. That is self-esteem. So that's self-esteem that's good or high. What does low self-esteem look like? Let's talk about that. When you have low self-esteem, you don't think you're as good as others. You don't believe others like you or accept you. You don't notice good things about yourself. You give up easily during hard tasks or even when learning a new skill. And you don't like to receive compliments. So I will say that I think I know a lot of people that at least one of these is true for, that I know quite a few people that don't like to receive compliments. I know some people that don't believe others like them or accept them. So I think some of this is a little common, but the important piece is that for someone with low self-esteem, you think that you really think that you yourself are not as good as others. And you really do believe that how could anybody like you or accept you, because you don't believe you're good. And therefore you don't notice the good things about yourself. And so it's about how we feel about ourselves is the self. That's why there's that keyword self-esteem, self-respect. All right. How can you increase your self-esteem? If any of those things were true for you, how could a person increase that? Well, thankfully, we do have some ways we can work on that. One is to focus on your strengths, making a list of things you're good at. I love doing this with students. And when I get to do a strengths list with students, we always come with quite a few. So you have more strengths than you realize. And I would love to help you find out some of those. Number 2, have a growth mindset. I know that you must have heard the term growth mindset so far at Washington. Instead of saying I can't, say I can't yet. A growth mindset is recognizing, yeah, this is difficult right now, but that's only because I'm working on it. It's difficult now, but soon or later I will be able to do this. So have a growth mindset. Surround yourself with positive people. Why that is important is if your self-talk or your self-esteem is low and you already have that negative, like I'm not good enough, people don't like me, then, and you're not around positive people, then sadly, you might actually begin to believe that's true. But if you're around positive people, they're going to help bring out what's positive around them and around you, and hopefully will bring up your self-esteem too, because of the way that they are around you. Number 4, you can keep a journal of all the things you're thankful for. I think a gratitude journal is a wonderful idea, and it's something that I have extras of in my office. So if a student wanted to keep a gratitude journal, I could provide you with a journal. Number 5, learn a new sport. That's another way you can increase your self-esteem in the sense that it is easy to feel proud of yourself after learning something new. And exercise helps your body feel happy and healthy. So learning in our sport gives you those opportunities. Learn something new, feel kind of proud about that, and the exercise is actually really great for your body. But I want to say one thing though. Sometimes learning a new sport is a little hard at first. Like you'll get there, but remember, sometimes you can feel kind of clumsy and yucky and embarrassed about trying a new sport or things like that. So I mean, maybe you want to try a new instrument. I'm going to try and learn to play the ukulele. So trying something new and practicing at it can also increase our self-esteem. A few more ways to increase our self-esteem is back to the gratitude, is to be thankful for what we have. So before it said making gratitude journal, just want to be clear that we can easily focus on what we don't have. That's easy. But the other option is to really look at what is in front of us, what we do have. And for that to be enough sometimes, that's enough. Another thing that we can do to increase self-esteem is to try not to worry too much about the little things, meaning sometimes our worry isn't on a really big matter. It's like a lot of little matters that we're worried about. And some of those little matters we're worried about, we really can't even do a thing about them. So we got to learn to let them go. Like remember in Frozen, let it go, let it go. You got to try to let go of the little things that we can't really change, but that we worry about. And the last thing I want to talk with you about is another way to increase self-esteem is to practice I am statements. That might seem a little silly and hard at first, but they really can be helpful because it's like a self-talk in your own head. You don't have to say them out loud. You totally can. You don't have to say them out loud, but you say them in your head as a way to kind of encourage yourself. So let's practice some of those together. All right. Here's some I am statements. Number 1, I am stronger than I think. And I guarantee you are stronger than you think. I know it for a fact. I know it. We are all stronger than we think. We can do great things when we set our minds to it. All right. I am going to persevere until I succeed. So instead of giving up, I'm going to push through. I'm going to persevere until I succeed. That's another great I am statement. I am deserving of love. I am deserving of respect. I am deserving of kindness. So I want to really emphasize that you are deserving of love, respect, and kindness. Everyone is. So it's a good I statement to really get to know. I'm skilled at all sorts of things. This is another great I statement. I personally am not an awesome competitive swimmer. That's not my skill. But I can ride a bike and play soccer. I'm skilled at all sorts of things. I am courageous. And this is true. Every single one of you is courageous, especially this school year. It's so funky and weird. And yet here we are. You are very courageous. And most importantly, I do want to say, I am enough. I'm grabbing a book back here. I am enough is an important statement. I actually read this book today, and I'll include it in the lesson in my Google Classroom. But that you are enough right now. Right now, you're enough. And it's a wonderful book. So, all right. At this point, I'd like to share a short video with you. It's only about 3 minutes, and it's a song, which is fun. And we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards. But this song is a song that my hope is that after you listen to it, you'll see. It's a song I hope that every single student in Washington School in some way, shape, or form this song would be true for them. All right, let's go. I'm good.
Figure out who I am, what I'm supposed to be, and feel good about where I stand, so I can make the most of me. I'm coming back down from space, 7 million miles away. There's a lot of love in this place. I'm letting go of yesterday. I'm good, living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good, living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good. I'm living this way. Worrying what people say. Feeling like I don't fit in. Now I'm done playing pretend. Don't wanna be like everybody else. I was born to break through. I was born to stand out. It took a while, but now I see. Ain't nobody better to be but me. I'm good. Living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good. Living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good.
You only live once. YOLO. I'm good by myself. Solo. Hanging with my friends. Loco. Until the music ends. You only live once. YOLO. I'm good by myself. Solo. Hanging with my friends. Loco. Until the music ends.
I wanna see another love revolution. Find a way to be a better person. If we come together like we should, we could all be good. I'm good. Living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good. Living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good. Living life just like I should. Wouldn't change it if I could. I'm good.
Wow. Like I said at the beginning, my hope would be that every student here at Washington would feel good about themselves. And I don't want to wait to the end of the year. I'm just saying by the time this year is done, that is my personal goal. But that said, I love this video because it actually makes me feel pretty good. In closing, my friends, my unicorns, you're all unicorns, you know that. You belong here. I want you to know that. That's really important to me, that you belong here. How school feels in your shoes matters to us. Even if it's virtual right now, you belong to us, and virtually and in this building. And you matter, and your feelings matter too. We don't want you to be like everybody else. We really don't. We want you to be fully yourself. You know, the unicorn you were born to be. That's what we want to see. You were born to stand out, every single one of you. You have things to offer that no one else does, and gifts and talents and skills that you alone have to offer our school, our community, your families. So, my precious mini tigers, be here, be you, and belong. Until next time, mini tigers.